Hi, you're very welcome. And in this video, what I want to just show you is how you can kind of create quite a complex nested if, and I'm going to use the ifs function for this one to create this kind of status thing. So essentially I have a scenario where I've got a number of training records, and this is what I want to identify. If the attendance date is equal to the renewal, that's going to be a once off, which you have up here. Okay, so for example, if you're doing any kind of mandatory training or induction, you're just going to do it once, not more than that. The next thing I want to show is that if the renewal date is before today's date, which is up here, I want to show overdue. Okay, so basically if it's already kind of, gone by at this point, okay, what you need to do is, it's overdue at this point. The third bit is that we want to say if I take the renewal date and today's date, and it's basically less than, if it's coming up in the next 30 days, I want to mark it as due for renewal. And I've just got the 30 up here, so you could actually kind of amend that if you wanted to. But other than that, it's going to be basically current. Okay, so let's start that up here. So click here, go to formulas, go to logical, and I go to if. All right. So the first one, sorry, not if, ifs. Sorry, ifs. Okay, because this is actually easier to do your more complex nested if with. So the first one I'm going to start with is that if attendance date is equal to renewal date, okay, in that case, what I'm going to put in here is I'm going to say that it's once off, and press F4 to fix it. Okay. The next bit I want to say is that if the renewal, all right, is before or equal to today's date. Now I'm putting today's date into a separate cell here, but you could also have typed in, the today function, which would look something like this. Open bracket, close bracket. All right, so whatever works for you better. But in this case, I'm just going to leave it in the cell up here, press F4. Okay, so that's that one. So if renewal is before that one, basically I'm going to say that it's overdue. Again, F4. Now we come to the slightly trickier bit, which is this one here, which is identifying what's due for renewal. So this actually has two scenarios, two bits to it. We need to say first of all that the date is actually after today's date, okay, because I've already handled the ones that are kind of before today's date. But also we need to say that it's less than within today plus 30. So do that with the AND function. So AND, open left bracket, if renewal date, okay, is greater than today. And again, I can click up here or use F4 and then comma. And then I also want to say then if renewal, okay, is less than or equal to, this is going to be today, F4 again, plus 30. And I've just put the 30 up here. And I've set that up so that if you say, look, I want to see what's coming up in the next 60 days, you can. Close that one. Right. And if that's true, that's going to be due for renewal and F4 to fix it. Okay, and then other than that, I want to basically say if the renewal date, all right, is greater than or after today, F4 plus 30, F4, then it's going to be current. All right, so I just click on current up here and click F4. Right? Because basically the idea is we're kind of saying we don't need to do anything with it right now, and because I've used today's date, it's always going to be up to date. And then I click OK. All right, so you can see that, for example, that one is current. This one is due for renewal because I have it up here. This one is overdue, and these two are just once off one. Now the next piece I can add on to that then, and let's say I want to add conditional formatting. So I highlight this column here, home, conditional formatting, highlight cells rules equal to current. And I'm going to use one of these presets, which is green fill. Click OK. And then I repeat it again. I go to conditional formatting, highlight cells rules equal to, all right, I'm going to say once off. In this case, I'm actually going to go down into the custom format. Choose it down here in the custom format for a second. And I'm going to choose this shade of blue. Right. And then I click OK. And then I do the next one then, which is going to be conditional formatting, highlight cells rules equal to, and again I'll just have the, let's say, due for renewal, and I'm just going to again use the custom format, just choose this orange and then click OK. And the last one then is overdue, so again highlighted home, conditional formatting, highlight cells rules equal to overdue, and this is the last one here. Okay. Okay, so as you can see there, if I kind of amend any of the dates, it comes up automatically. So for example, let's say if I change this attendance date to, let's say 19, yeah, that becomes overdue straight away. All right. So again, I've also actually just put down the whole thing of the formula here, the raw bit of the formula, into this cell here. So if you just want to copy and paste it across. Right. So I hope you find this useful. Take care of yourself. Mind yourself. Bye.